What's up, everybody? Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Adam. I am your host. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the Ken Goldin trailer that just dropped for his new Netflix show. I'm interested to hear your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you are new, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. Let's get right into it. When the news came out about the show, I said I was going to wait fully to form my opinion until the trailer came out because I was interested to see sort of the angle they were going to be using for the trailer. So let's watch the trailer and then I'll get into some of my thoughts on it, I guess.
The collectibles world can take you anywhere at the drop of a hat. I've been in this business since I was a little kid, and I'm motivated by three things: competition, ego, and money. My job is to work for you. Rock, paper, scissors. Ooh. People love doing business with me. Goldin Auctions is the world's largest collectible marketplace. We find the greatest collectibles in the world.
What do you think?
Wow. Somebody in Japan, Australia, the United States, they can all be bidding against each other for a rare collectible.
This is beyond rare.
Hidden treasure exists out there that you couldn't possibly imagine. It could be $500,000, $600,000.
Wow.
You haven't seen anything yet.
This is the original Apple I computer.
The actual Jackie Robinson jersey.
When Ken puts a task on you to get something done, you got to get it done.
We're literally talking hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Awesome.
What can you offer us right now?
$1 million cash up front right now. If I can't make this successful, one of my competitors will.
You either got to say yes or no.
Oh my God.
I expect it to break the record for the most valuable sports item ever sold. Where that clock is ticking down, and if they don't get their bid in before it hits zero, they will never get the chance to own it. Here we go.
We never know what the end result's going to be.
Oh, here it is.
And I'm telling you, it's got to be off the hook.
The only question is, how high will it go?
Okay, it's not playing. I'm just making sure here. Okay, so my initial thoughts on the trailer. I'm optimistic that the show is going to be good, officially. I was nervous that it was going to be like a documentary about Ken Goldin. It looks like it's a 6-episode series that it looks like it's going to be sort of about Ken Goldin, but also like a ton of stuff like a American Pickers, the show with like Chum-Lee, I forget what that one's called, Pawn Stars type of show where that's going to involve sports cards, memorabilia. But like I said, just based on the trailer, there are a ton of celebrities. It looks like there's going to be some big cards. I think also it's going to be cool. The one thing that the one kind of piece that I thought was really cool actually in the documentary was they showed kind of the back end of the auctions that were live. Like they were showing sort of like their screen of like a new bid has come in and then another bid. And then they kind of show them looking at the screen. I wonder if they're doing that really like for every auction. I can't imagine, like probably the big ones. I mean, anytime there's like $1 million auction, like it must be sort of surreal working in the office, knowing that you're potentially selling something that's going to be worth like $1 million. I would imagine that's probably pretty wild. So, you know, I am excited that the show looks like it's going to be a mixture of all these kinds of things. I said when I saw the initial name of it, you know, the King of Collectibles, the Goldin Touch, I was a little bit nervous that it was going to be just like I said, a documentary about Ken Goldin and his life, but it seems like just based on this trailer, there's going to be a ton of behind the scenes. There probably will be a decent amount about Ken Goldin. I would imagine there'll probably be like half an episode or a full episode that'll be about like the growing of Goldin and Goldin Auctions and all that kind of stuff, which I'm fine with. Like I said, as long as the whole 6-episode series wasn't about that. But it looks like, you know, they've got a ton of really sweet memorabilia. They've got a ton of cool cards that are going to be included in the documentary. You know, they had like the first Apple. They've got a Jackie Robinson jersey, like that's on the screen right now. Nature Boy Ric Flair. They had Mike Tyson, Logan Paul, whether you like Logan Paul or not. He was in that documentary. They're opening up his Pokemon cards. I almost would imagine Drake is probably in it. I don't know if I would be interested to know when they finished up like the post-production of this, like of the show, because like I think that would be pretty cool if Drake is in this. He wasn't in the trailer, so I can't. It almost makes me think that maybe he's not. But at the same time, like, you know, who knows? Like, maybe he'll be a surprise appearance in one of the episodes. Like, I do think it's cool that they also highlighted some of the actual collectors. It looks like they had some interviews done with them. You know, I love they've got like a flashy kind of intro here. I am a big fan of that. So April 28th is when this show will officially kind of be launching and all that. It looks like they have the 1-of-1 triple logo man. That was either at the beginning of the trailer, it was either the LeBron triple logo man or it was the Warriors triple logo man. If I had to guess, it was probably the LeBron, because I do remember that card did sell. And if you can think back to when that card sold, I think most people I think there was like a lot of marketing that was put out around it, that it was going to be like it was either a $10 million card or a $5 million card. I forget the exact number, but it was like, I think it was almost like a press release that was put out by Goldin about what the price of that card was going to be. You know, if that card is in it, I bet you Drake will also be in this documentary, because it was graded, I remember. So, you know, the whole escapades that Ken Goldin had with Drake and with that card, I do, you know, that's an interesting kind of that was an interesting time in the hobby, if I'm going to be completely honest, because when that card was sort of rumored to be out there was a ton of marketing around it. I wouldn't be surprised if that's kind of the strategy of like products with big cards in it coming up in the future, if like bounties are put out, whether it's Whatnot or whether it's Loop, or if it's, you know, Fanatics's Breaking Network when they come out with that, or it's somebody from the PWCC Breaking Network. Bounties, it's an easy way to get eyeballs on the thing that you're trying to promote, to be completely honest, because there have been tons of bounties put out on big cards, and I do wonder what the percentage of bounties that have been put out actually get fulfilled. I have a feeling like it's not very high, if I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know necessarily, like there's no way to really know, other than like, you know, Shine probably is putting out bounties behind the scenes, like with the people that he knows that he can get in connections with for these cards. But yeah, like I said, I'd be interested to know behind the scenes how many bounties actually are really even being fulfilled. I don't know if that's necessarily the word that I'm looking for. But yeah, here's the Jackie Robinson jersey. Like I said, you know, they're checking out cards, telling people what their cards are worth. That's probably pretty cool. I mean, I would imagine anybody on the show probably has a decent idea of what these cards are going to be worth. You know, writing the check, that's pretty cool. I mean, I think that is also, so this scene right here, I think is definitely an interesting one for collectors and like their sons or people like their children. There's a decent chance that if you're pulling a card like this, that this is the story of, I think, of a lot of people maybe within cards. I do think that there's also the other side of the spectrum where it's like, there's probably kids that are really not pulling anything out of some boxes, unfortunately. So, you know, like I said, my final thoughts on the trailer, on the show. I'm optimistic now officially about the show being good because of the trailer and some of the stuff that they showed in the trailer. So, like I said, April 28th, that's when the show's going to come out. I'll be, you know, probably up watching. I'll probably binge the show. I'll be definitely interested to know what everyone thinks about the trailer. And if they're as optimistic as I am, make sure you leave it in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.